Republicans block congressional marijuana votes. By Tom Angel, July 25, 2017. House Republican leadership is blocking floor consideration of several marijuana amendments on issues ranging from military veterans' access to medical cannabis to water rights for cultivators. Despite passionate pleas and support from members of both parties, particularly on the veterans issue, the House Rules Committee on Tuesday night ruled that the marijuana amendments were not in order and would not receive votes by the full chamber this week. Earlier in the day, Congressman Earl Blumenauer, D.R., the Veterans Amendments lead sponsor, testified before the committee that it was a critical area of literally life and death. Many military veterans use cannabis to treat physical pain caused by war wounds or to manage the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. But under a current internal U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, administrative directive, government doctors are not allowed to fill out recommendation forms that would let veterans legally receive medical cannabis under state law. Blumenauer's measure, which he sought to attach to legislation funding the VA and other departments for fiscal year 2018, would simply prevent the government from spending money to enforce the current ban in states where medical cannabis is legal. Citing statistics showing that an average of 22 military veterans a day commit suicide and that death rate from opioid overdoses among VA patients is nearly double the national average, he said, it's essential that veterans be allowed to access this as a treatment if it's legal in their state. Republican Congressman Dan Newhouse of Washington State, a Rules Committee member, also voiced his support. I'm one of those people that have seen firsthand the benefit that people can derive from medical marijuana. We're not just talking smoking joints here, he told his fellow committee members. There's a lot of different derivatives that can be used that help people alleviate pain. It seems to me that if that's available and it works, we should make it available to our veterans as well, as long as it's in accordance with state law. But those pleas, and the fact that the amendment was adopted by the House last year by a vote of 233 to 189, or that the Senate Appropriations Committee approved a similar measure this month with a bipartisan margin of 24-7, were not enough to convince Rules Committee Chairman Pete Sessions, RTX, to allow a floor vote. 18 lawmakers, 9 Democrats and 9 Republicans co-sponsored the Veterans Cannabis proposal, more than any of the other 333 amendments filed before the committee. A total of 72 of those were approved for floor consideration. After the news about the amendment being blocked broke late Tuesday night, Blumenauer's office sent a press release pointing out that the measure had stronger support in the House and Senate than ever before. All we want is equal treatment for our wounded warriors, the congressman said in the statement. This provision overwhelmingly passed on the House floor last year, and bipartisan support has only grown. It's outrageous that the Rules Committee won't even allow a vote for our veterans. They deserve better. They deserve compassion. Congresswoman Dina Titus, DNV, one of the co-sponsors of the Veterans Amendment, pledged to keep fighting. And to remove barriers for #veterans to access MED #marijuana won't get vote after at Rules Reps blocks. It would pass. I'll keep fighting. Dina Titus, at Rep Donatitus, July 26, 2017. Blumenauer also took to Twitter to restate his commitment to keep pushing the issue. Our vets are dying from opiate overdoses at alarming rates. You better believe we're going to keep fighting to get them safer alternatives. Earl Blumenauer, at Rep Blumenauer, July 26, 2017. The Rules Committee also did not allow 3 amendments addressing water rights for marijuana and hemp cultivators to advance to the floor. Whereas spending bills have in years past been brought to the floor under open rules that allow votes on almost any germane amendment, House Republicans last year began locking down the process after controversy surrounding riders concerning gun policy and the right of transgender people to access public bathrooms threatened the passage of some bills. As a result, amendments on cannabis businesses' access to banks and Washington, D.C.'s ability to spend its own money legally regulating marijuana sales were blocked from floor consideration last summer. The veterans' access issue isn't necessarily dead for the year. Advocates hope that because the provision was inserted into the Senate's version of VA funding legislation with such a strong bipartisan vote that the conference committee that later merges the two chambers' bills together into a single proposal will adopt the language. However, a conference committee stripped the veterans' cannabis provision out of last year's bill even though it had been approved by strong bipartisan majorities in both chambers. This time, there won't even be a House vote on the measure. The Senate version of the bill that covers the U.S. Department of Energy and Water Regulations contains an amendment protecting hemp growers' water rights, a result of a voice vote in the Senate Appropriations Committee last week. Meanwhile, that panel is expected to consider an amendment to continue blocking the U.S. Department of Justice from interfering with state medical cannabis laws on Thursday.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
for life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy.
is
You
the
work
hard
for
part.
us, Sheriff.
And
Just
keeping
keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that's that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.